Hello everyone, Andrew here, and welcome to part 17 of Unveiled, where last time we did the third level of World 5, and today we're going to be continuing on, but wow, is there a lot to discuss about what happened between that part and this part. And if you are observant, you will notice that the stats screen does not look identical to how it looked at the end of the previous part, and that is because I, since then, actually went ahead and played Decaying Depths to the end, but I did not collect a single item in it. I did find locations of the bonus games, but I was not able to complete the one that I tried. And hear me out here, I just kind of really want to play this level again. I was not happy at all with how it originally went, and I don't know if I was just in a funk when I really recorded it, kind of coming off the fact that I wanted it to be included along with the Rockface Ridge episode, and I kind of kept going and tried to play it, or if it really is just kind of a as bad and unenjoyable of a level as it seemed as I was playing it. But I really want to go through it again. So, you know, and all the crazy things that have happened in this ROM hack, I hope you have your bingo cards ready. This is probably one of the things on there. Mark off, Andrew just really kind of wants a redo on this one. And I hope that after everything we've been through, please just grant me that. Because, yeah, I don't know. It was definitely the worst experience I've had with this hack so far. But I don't know, is the level really that bad? I'm actually kind of really looking forward to playing through it again. But again, I haven't collected anything in here. I just pretty much have played the level, and it kind of spoils what the rest of the overworld looks like, but it doesn't actually look all that different. I also paid for Funky. If I was smart, I wouldn't have saved after I did all that. But at the time, I didn't know exactly how I was going to handle it, and I kind of just really want a do-over on this one. So I hope that you understand, and I hope that you enjoy Decaying Depths, which is normally Parrot Shoot Panic. But in this case, it's actually a Radley level, and rather than working your way down, you work your way up, kind of, because you get this cannon at the beginning of the level, but as you'll notice, you're forced into becoming Radley right at the beginning, so obviously, even if there was a cannonball, you wouldn't be able to pick it up. Now, what happens is, later on in the level, you no longer are Radley anymore, and you actually have to come all the way back to this point where you will then be able to, you know, put a cannonball into the cannon. But there's like something you can do here where like you make the cannonball fall down. I never really understood exactly what was happening. But yeah, somehow the cannonball shows up. But pretty much the point is that you have to play through the whole level and then eventually come back and you know, you can use the Kongs to pick up a cannonball and put it in there. So the whole shtick with this level is ascending with Radley, and it just was not any fun when I was playing it the original time, because for whatever reason, just working your way up with Radley is awful. As a kid, Radley is like the coolest animal buddy. Every time he's around, it's like, yeah, I love Radley. He jumps super high. I can't wait to play as him. But I feel like as you grow up and become an adult, it's like, oh man, I hate Radley so much. All he ever does is like jump up to the top of the screen, and then you're suddenly shoving yourself into the bottom of enemies and taking damage. And I just did not have any fun at all the first time that I played this level. So you can kind of see that I understand how the level is set up. But I just feel like the first time you're playing it and you don't really know what's coming, you get a lot of what feel like unfair hits from enemies that sometimes come from off screen or you're just not prepared for. So yeah, I'm actually having a lot more fun this time. So I just really hope that you'll understand, because I was not looking forward to anything that happened in the first runs of the level. So the first bonus game is here, and it was not in any way a difficult thing to find. I found it instantly on my first playthrough of the level, and it brings you to this room, which there is no way to ascend from what I understand, unless again there's like a glitch I don't know. My initial assumption was that maybe later on in the level you find squawks or something, and then would then be able to come back to this bonus game and fly upwards. But that never happened. So we're actually still kind of, you know, we need to figure out how to beat that bonus game. That's the only bonus game I entered. I'm assuming the other one is obviously this cannon, which I have not done. But yeah, there was a way to make a cannonball up here. Like, there it is. There is suddenly now a cannonball here. So I don't know what's up with that, but the point is we do need to get the Kongs and bring them back here once we have, you know, not been transformed as Radley again. But yes, just thank you so much for, you know, granting me this. Hopefully just in all the odd things that have happened in this Let's Play, you will understand that, you know, this was just a thing that I needed. Oh, because just wow. Just my initial playthrough of this level was just very not fun. And I guess, I don't know, I was just in a in a funk that day. Like I said, is I'm doing much better now, but I feel like it's just because I understand the level. Where my first playthrough was definitely like, you know, inching slowly forward and learning things, and then like, all right, let's get back to that part again and do that a little differently, only then to meet like the next part that would feel similarly. And this is only the beginning of the level too. I feel like it gets worse after the midway point. And Radley's hitbox is just bad all around too. So I feel like I spent a lot of time fumbling with that, where now I understand it a little bit better. So I just overall feel a lot better today. And like, yeah, like that one, I jumped into that cannonball the first time. There's a lot of cannonballs in this section right here that kind of just come from off screen that weren't all that fun to deal with. And then there's that. I mean, that wasn't that bad. If you go down here, you actually get coins, which are what I used to save last time. So, you know, if I was smart, I just wanted to save. And then see, that's what I hate about Radley, is all you're just trying to do is, you know, get that vertical height that you need to proceed through the level, and then you get jammed into an enemy's stinky feet without really any way of knowing that they're going to be there. And there was a lot of that in my initial attempt at this level. So yeah, I guess this Let's Play is not necessarily completely blind anymore, but believe me, so far we're having a lot more fun than I had last time. I guess I was just kind of pushing it. I really want to have parts with like, you know, 2 levels in them. And, you know, as I'm saying all these things. All right, now comes the terrible part of the level where I get totally destroyed. And then one thing that happened too is I got the checkpoint, and then I went back to the first level, Warp Woods, to get that 3-up balloon at the beginning of the level. But what happens at the beginning of Warp Woods is that, like, you hit a checkpoint barrel, and that checkpoint barrel apparently negates any other checkpoint barrels that you found in other levels. So I had to then replay the beginning of this level again, and I was just like, ugh. Not that it's like that bad, as you're gonna see. I'm probably making it look really easy. I don't know. Just my first playthrough of this level was not in any way fun. But yeah, I'm having a good time now, so I hope that you enjoy it. And yeah, as I was saying, it's like, I do want to try and have 2-level parts, but just understand that having like 2-hour recording sessions, which then leads to 2-hour video editing sessions, which then leads to like hour-long videos, are not feasible for me to like make at a consistent rate, unfortunately. But I do really want to complete this game, so please just understand that I'm gonna have to complete it in chunks that I see appropriate. So like, there's an off-screen cannonball that you pretty much have no time to react to, and another kind of one up there, and then one from over there. Okay, so here we are. This is actually like the checkpoint, pretty much as soon as we go up through there. But there is this directional barrel that I have absolutely no idea what its purpose is. Again, since I've had a little bit of time to think since my initial recording session before this one, I wonder if you get into that barrel and then make it to the bonus barrel, will you start the bonus game inside of that barrel, thus allowing you to ascend upwards? That's a theory I have. And again, you know, we get cannonballs attacking us. Where exactly is the bonus barrel? I feel like, can we even make it to the bonus barrel? No. And unfortunately, every time you go into this bonus barrel, it takes you all the way back to the beginning of the level. Okay, so that was a theory I had, and yeah, I still have no idea exactly what it wants from you here. Like, this is just so strange. How could you possibly do anything in just like an empty room? Unless there's a way to climb walls I don't know about. But yeah, this is going to then take me back to the beginning of the level, which, again, I'm having a lot more fun playing than I did the first time. So I don't think you need to see all that again, though, so I will cut back when we are anywhere significant. Oh, okay, double cannonball. Because, you know, 1 cannonball from off screen isn't enough. You gotta have 2 to really hit it home. And then, oh, there's that. One thing I've noticed about using Radley, or like any animal buddy really, is that I get a lot of comments saying, Andrew, why do you charge up your animal buddies so long? You only need to charge for like half a second and then they can do their special action. But I disagree. I feel like if I don't hold that A button for like 10 seconds, nothing works. So I guess everyone who's just like way luckier than I am or something, but wow, there's the checkpoint. So I'm just enjoying this playthrough of the level so much more. I don't know, I guess just again, trying to push it last time and play more of the levels than I should have in a row was just not a good idea. So I'll definitely have to keep that in mind going forward, because this feels a lot better. But again, because I understand the level layout, like I knew that those guys were about to jump down on me and yet still almost forgot about it. Oh, but yeah, this is feeling really good. So I hope that all you are having a great day, because yeah, this is really made my day pretty good. I almost didn't want to like play anymore after that video, which is just strange. Again, I guess we all get into funks sometime. But this part right here in particular, as I said, the second half of the level, I enjoyed less than the first half. So I mean, we're not out of the water yet. Still have like weird positions like this, where, you know, it's really hard to kind of tell what's coming up ahead. You have to make sure you pay attention and see if there's any off-screen zingers you need to worry about. Should hopefully be good for that one. And we just really want to keep our extra hits for as long as possible. Yeah, again, I almost always forget about that guy, but see, that's just what I'm talking about. Suddenly you get like off-screen enemies coming at you, and you jump up into enemies that you don't know are there. It just makes for a not so great experience, especially if you're not feeling so hot, you know, in the start. But okay, let's see, gotta time this. This is always really hard to time. Ugh. Yeah, this doesn't feel good, but I know it's possible. Because you have to also time the barrel with like Radley's animation jump. Yeah, so you gotta do like a thing like that, and you instantly hide in the corner, and then you jump back to the left, and then you jump to the right. So yeah, all these tight positions with Radley's kind of weird hitbox and just the feeling of jumping up the enemies. I don't know, it was just really not fun. So this DK barrel is really interesting in that you can't interact with it as Radley. Like, see, I need that guy to come down here so I can do a thing like that. But that will be very useful when you're working your way back down to the bottom with the Kongs, which, by the way, have you noticed yet? You know, we haven't transformed back into them yet, and we have to go all the way back to the beginning of the level, after which point we do. So keep that in mind. And that was just something I was really not looking forward to doing. Like, I beat the level, and then I came to that realization. See, like, I don't know, like, how was that a hit on me? I think he very clearly jumped into the bottom of me, but when the enemies do that, somehow it's my damage. Crazy, right? But yeah, I was just not in the mood at that point to do all those shenanigans. But this is great. I'm having a lot of fun now, and this is how Unveiled should be. Because, I mean, I've dealt so, like, easily. Well, not easily, but, you know, I haven't really had a problem with things like Bramble Antics. So I found it weird that I had such an issue with this level, but I feel like just Radley is not fun when you're getting hit by things that you don't have a chance to see. And I don't know, I just really don't enjoy using Radley anymore, which I said, it's just one of those moments like when you're watching a TV show and it's like, you know, you're a kid and you don't relate to Hank Hill at all from King of the Hill, and then you kind of start to grow up and you're like, oh, I kind of get where he's coming from now. That's just kind of the feeling I had with Radley, and that he's not nearly as much fun to use anymore. Now the problem is that later on in the level, there is a part that just feels really kind of tough. And you can be the judge if it's unfair or if it's just like, you know, Andrew, you should be able to deal with that. And in my initial run through of the level, I was never able to get by it unless I had an extra hit. So, unfortunately, there's no more DK barrels until pretty much the very end of the level at this point. So by taking that hit early, it almost feels like I'm just, you know, this is a lost cause. But we'll see. Maybe I'm, you know, I'll be better today. And you also notice those bananas along the wall. And those are going to be useful when you have to descend after you return to being the Kongs rather than being Radley. That's why those are placed there. So there's this part right here where you jump up here and you are instantly have a hook thrown at you by a crook with like 0 time to react. And then again, but you can't just jump into the barrel because you'll be hit by the zinger. So then you have to jump to where the bananas are so that the hook then passes, and then you can jump into the arrow barrel and you won't be hit by the zinger. But see, that right there, that end part in particular, it was just kind of the point of the level where I'm just like, I'm not having fun, because you just kind of have to do all these jumps and maneuvers around things that you can't really see or have like a split second to react to. And I don't know, I guess I just wasn't in the mood for dealing with it that day. But I feel good knowing kind of what's coming up. It's just a situation where, I guess, you know, doing it for the first time, it wasn't particularly enjoyable for whatever reason, but hopefully you're all having a good time, because I feel a million times better than the previous play. So my other plan for today is, hopefully we can get this done in good time, and then I want to go back and figure out that final bonus barrel. It wasn't even a barrel, bonus game in Warp Woods. where I was like, empty sis, please help me with the bonus game. And they're like, no, Andrew, I know that's not what you really want. You want to beat those things on your own. And of course I absolutely do. I wasn't really serious about it. But what they said was that they love that bonus game, that there's like 6 different ways to complete it. The one with the click clack and the wall. And it's like, wow, okay, so it's not like there's this one really specific glitch or something that you have to know. Apparently there's just at least 6 things I was not properly trying. So we'll have to go back and have another look at that. But okay, so here's this part again with 2 hits. So you jump up and then instantly jump into this barrel, but then you can't jump into that one right away because you'll hit the red zinger, but then I got hit anyway. So let's use these invincibility frames. And then you get the one with these 2 guys. But see, I jumped into the arrow barrel instantly, which caused me to get hit. So you have to jump to the right first, land without hitting any of the hooks, and then jump back to the left and get into that arrow barrel. It's still pretty funky, even though I guess I've technically already done it at some point before. And then every time we die during our descent, because again, we have not yet turned back into the Kongs, we're gonna have to deal with that part again. So hopefully you're seeing why I was just not in the mood during my previous attempt. It's really funny too, because the last part was the one where I gave that whole spiel about using save states and such, but then immediately after doing that, you know, the level kind of took a turn and wind physics just suck. If you want to use save states because you hate dealing with wind physics, you go for it. I'm not even going to, hold it against you. No, not that I'd ever hold it against you. You, again, I mean, I've said it a million times now, but play the games the way that you enjoy them. I don't know, I just particularly don't enjoy using save states when I play my games. But okay, see, that's the kind of thing you want to do. Okay, let's just get by this. No, I jumped the wrong direction. And then there's a decay barrel. So this is the end. Here we go. We are at the end of the level now, but if we jump over the target, we turn back into the Kongs. So I will beat the level at some point, just to kind of, prove that I've beaten it. But just for fun, let's descend rather, back to the bottom and see just how this will go. Like, so I don't know if it's smart to just jump for it. Like, what side was the barrel on? Like, the barrel's down there, and then the barrel will be there, and then the barrel will be there, and then there. Okay, so let's follow the bananas now. Where were the bananas that we can follow? Like, right here, and right here. And then I think they were along this wall. So yeah, I mean, again, everyone's probably saying, Andrew, how did you think this level was that bad? And this was like, almost made you not want to play the hack anymore. I don't even need that DK barrel. Wow. I don't know. It was just not enjoyable for whatever reason. No, that's so silly. Okay. Well, at least we got Dixie still, so we can kind of descend slowly. And all we need to do is get into the bonus barrel that would then take us back to the beginning of the level. So we actually don't have to replay like the entirety of the first half of the level, just some of it, if we can get there without taking damage. And again, we're gonna have to go through that whole part where like off-screen cannonballs are a thing, and I'm not particularly looking forward to that. There's also no bananas at this point, really, that kind of show you where you're descending to. There is a hook there though, so at least we don't have to, worry about that guy too much. Is he still down here? No. Okay, so we can just get through this room. I don't know if there's like a, should we jump or what exactly should we do to get through it? I don't know if this barrel helps at all either. Like, should I just jump? Or is that a bad idea? Whoa, okay, I just never know where the cannonballs are going to come from. Okay, so yes, now that we're into this bonus game, is anything different than it was previously? It gives you Radley. Oh, but maybe. No, how did this work? How did this work? Oh, but maybe if I do a thing like this. Oh. No! Okay, so that's the trick. You have to do it with the Kongs and not just normal Radley. And that brings us here. But I don't want to... Oh, God. Okay, the cannonball comes back. Thank goodness. Alright, so we understand how to beat that bonus game now. Unfortunately, it means I'm then going to have to replay the entire level again, get to the end, and then come back. But at least I understand it. I was really afraid of that being another one that took me like forever to figure out. So this has destroyed them all, okay. Again, we don't really have any idea what's coming up ahead. And that's how simple that was. But that doesn't help us with the DK coin. I have no idea where in this level the DK coin is hidden, and that brings us right to the end. So we can descend back to the bottom if we wish, which we absolutely do. I definitely want to see about getting that other bonus game. Ugh, yeah, it felt really bad, but it worked to a degree. And I will see you once again when we get back to that bonus game. I wonder, like, if we need to just be the Kongs. Like, oh, I should have been holding right against that wall as I was descending. You just never know what wall you might just, like, randomly have to pass through. But okay. It's interesting you can't pick up this DK barrel, because you can't really tell between the ones that are on the ground and the ones that are floating, that you just kind of just touch the break open. Now that was awful. Ugh. Because I had to make the screen go down a little bit to even make that guy spawn, or else he wasn't going to walk off the edge. So now I have to go all the way back up to the top again, but whatever. I'm not feeling that bad about it anymore. We understand how to get that second bonus coin, and again, I'll keep an eye out for the DK coin. Oh, no. I touched that checkpoint barrel as one of the Kongs when they weren't transformed into Radley. And that has now put me into this position where I'm not transformed. And that's actually really cool, because that means I can just keep trying to get into that bonus game from the checkpoint. Oh, I was actually kind of worried for a second. I'm like, uh-oh, the level's impossible now. But that's actually not the case. This actually makes it really easy for me to get more tries in that bonus game. Wow, okay, that's actually really cool. I'm actually really happy with how this turned out. So like a thing like that, and then in there. But what we might actually have to do, though, is go into Warp Woods and then get rid of the checkpoint that I have set in this level. Yes, yes, okay, very cool. I never would have guessed that that was the solution, but yeah, it makes so much sense, I guess, to do that with only one of the, you know, with the Kongs. I didn't even see the cannonball there. And I could have gotten Radley back. And that brings us back to here, where we do a thing like this. Anything in any of these walls, though. I'm just gonna hug this left wall, because it doesn't really matter if I beat it or not. Is this like a door or anything? No. Anything here? No, there's not. Okay, so I think I've ruled out that the DK coin is not inside of this bonus game. So I'm definitely just gonna kind of explore all over now with the Kongs rather than Radley. Oh, but that does give me a chance to beat the level, though. But I think it makes a lot more sense to just kind of leave the checkpoint as it is. And, you know, I will just continue to search the level as the Kongs. And then anytime I want to get to the end, all I have to do is just take one of them and go into that bonus game, which will take me to the top. All right. I'm actually really happy about how this all worked out. This is great. But yeah, in the last parts, like, I'm just master of eating my words. In one way, it's great because it means I'll never go hungry. But in another way, it's absolutely awful because, you know, every time I mention something, it just goes completely wrong. And that was an exclamation mark on that level. Awesome. Where last time I was like, I can't believe that there's never a DK coin inside the bonus games. See, I could have just stood there, and then that's how that works. And then you drop down like that. And then instantly after saying that, I'm like, oh, wait a second, there actually is a DK barrel in one of the bonus games. And we've actually never used that timer barrel for anything. Maybe it's DK coin related. Interesting. So I'm actually going to go to this level here. And I'm going to get Dixie, because she is super useful in kind of exploring these massive areas. And now I will switch to Dixie. And we'll do a thing like this. But yeah, so anytime I mention like, oh yeah, there's no DK coin in the bonus game, it ended up being in the bonus game. Anytime I mention like, man, how can anybody use save states? It's a level where like I totally, you know, save states would probably not be that big of a deal. All right, let's get into this guy. And what can this possibly, is this a thing, or am I glitching the level? I can't tell if I'm doing something I should be doing or not. I feel like this is not intentional. And I can't start select either because I haven't beaten the level yet. Oh no. Oh no, don't tell me I actually did something really dumb. Please don't tell me. Please, please. Shoot. Don't tell me I have to redo all of that. No. Oh, wait, no, I have beaten the level. I just haven't shown beating the target on screen. There's something about this level that just isn't compatible with me for whatever reason. And I'm going to be very happy when I never have to play it again. Because, yeah, it's just one of those levels, I guess. Ugh. But okay. Let's take things seriously now. This has to be for something, right? And I don't know. I guess now that I don't have to worry about the whole start select thing, does this actually matter at all? No, it's literally just a place that you can get stuck for all eternity if you can't start select. And that is very scary to think about. But otherwise, in terms of the DK coin, I'm definitely feeling like that room has some relevance. Like, what else would that timer barrel be for? I guess we can always check out Cranky too, and if he says anything that has anything to do with like with time, that usually means that the game expects you to use the timer barrel. So let's do that. We have enough money. Cranky, what do you have to say today? The faster you get me out of this level, the happier I will be. Why even bother rolling if you don't take this seriously? Okay. Not Hornet Hall, Decaying Depths. Blue guard for blue coins. What is blue in this level? There's no blue zingers. Are any of the Kremlings blue? Does Wrinkly Kong have anything better to say? No. Okay, so maybe we're on the lookout for a blue enemy of sorts. I'm gonna get Dixie back so that we can have an easier time getting into that bonus game. And yeah, I'll update you if anything interesting happens. Wait a minute, there's a blue cannon. Not too long. Actually, no, I guess I didn't have to do that. Yeah, there's a blue cannon up here. And when I played this level originally, I could swear that I checked behind them. But maybe I'm remembering that incorrectly now. Maybe I tried and I took damage or something. But okay, so we're going to go to the top of the level. And then we're going to descend to the point where that blue cannon is. Because I tried to get into where he was with Radley. But maybe if we're just the Kongs, things will be different. But that would mean that that timer barrel up there has absolutely no use. And that would be weird. Okay, so right here, I believe there's this DK barrel. And right near here, there's actually that blue cannon that shoots barrels. It might be like, yeah, directly beneath me right now. And I could swear during my initial playthrough, I tried to get in there with Radley, but maybe I am remembering correctly. I actually wasn't able to try that. Because yeah, this alcove definitely seems like prime opportunity for hiding something. And that was it. Okay, I could swear I tried that in my first playthrough. But there's the DK coin, and with that, let us never speak of Decaying Depths again. Wow. There was just something about that level that just did not mix with me for whatever reason. But we're not done this part yet. This is going to be the most awkward part of this Let's Play by far, I'm sure. But now we're heading all the way back to the first level of this world, where I want to investigate, once again, that second bonus game in Warp Woods, because I don't believe there's any reason we shouldn't be able to complete it, if there's literally like 6 different ways to do so. Hopefully we can find like one of them. And I do need to remember, though, exactly how all of this works. It's been not too long, but, you know, long enough. Let's see if the muscle memory is all still there, and so far we are looking good, but I don't think everyone needs to see, like, the entirety of this level again. So I'll see you if anything interesting happens. Whoa! I don't understand what happened. The first time I tried throwing, she wasn't moving to the right for some reason, and then I somehow saved it. So, alright, not even gonna complain about that one. And yes, it's like if I go into the bonus game with both Diddy and Dixie, I still lose Dixie. Like, there's Dixie going in here. She's definitely going to be gone, right? Yes, so alright, here we are again. I believe that in, you know, a couple parts ago now, I left in enough of like the attempts that didn't work, so I'm not going to bore you with like 50 attempts that lead to absolutely nothing. And I'm just gonna, who knows for how long, you know, it could take 5 minutes, it could take 30 minutes, it could take an hour. I'm just going to keep trying random things until eventually something works. Whoa, 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 whoa. That wasn't even 5 minutes. You can hold down when you throw a click-clack to throw downwards? What? I don't understand what I just did. That, like, all I can say is that what I did differently that time than I think any other time was I was holding right and down. So, like, you know, diagonal down to the right. Like, is that throw any different? Or it was just, like, really well timed by complete accident. Wow. Okay, I am just... Obviously, some things are... Wow, that is how easy it was all along. Wow. So it didn't have anything to do with holding down, it was just you throw it... And I was doing arcing things and bouncing things. Okay, I don't know what to say. I'm not going to push it today, because I feel like I should just take what we've gotten today, and not, you know, what's the saying, look a gift horse in the mouth? I've never understood it, but I'm sure there's some, like, ye old explanation for it. But next time we're gonna do Freezing Frenzy, and hopefully finish off the boss, and get out of World 5, which we will never look back to. Not that I expect the hack's going to get any easier from here. So again, I apologize for just how awkward Decaying Depths was. I just don't know how to explain it. It just felt so much better the second time, but I think that understanding the level and knowing what was coming up just made it more enjoyable, where the first time, just, you know, sometimes getting hit by things off screen, and also, of course, you know, playing it right after Rockface Ridge, it was just not fun for whatever reason. But yeah, I'm totally back into the game now and cannot wait to play more. But with that, thank you for watching part 17, without a doubt the craziest part yet. And you know what, there may or may not be new secrets on this island. Like, yeah, I'm very curious still about what that means. But with that, hope you enjoyed. I apologize it's not a 100% complete blind playthrough anymore, but hopefully you'll understand. And next time, for part 18, we're finishing off World 5, so thanks, and hope to see you then. So just in case this video wasn't awkward enough already, I just realized that I never showed me hitting the level ending target in this level. And wow, I actually just did that without taking any damage, heck yeah! And with that, oh, you can't hit it as Radley. Good night, everybody! Thank you so much once again for checking out my videos, I really appreciate it, and if you enjoyed, please consider leaving a like and subscribing, as it really helps my channel out. With that said, hope to see you next time.